Welcome to another episode of Boat Snoop. I'm your host, Clinton Johnson. What we have for you guys today is a 2003 Camano 31 Troll. Yes, that's correct. Troll, like the troll under the bridge. It's a pretty cool little name. It's actually on the side of the boat there. But these are great little tugs, 31 feet, has a 200 horse Volvo Penta diesel. So anyhow, let's get on the boat and take a look around. And here we have a view from the aft. This boat has a dinghy and a motor. See right here, Camano Troll. Like I said before, let's get on the boat, take a look around. We're quickly going to just start up here at the bow. Really nice wide bow. Really nice stainless steel Lumar electric windlass. Nice anchor. Not a whole lot more up here. You don't really need it here on a tug, but I'm going to give you a view of the front of the boat. You got your fly bridge up there. Let's head on to the back of the boat. So on the back deck, it's pretty roomy. It's very well protected. So if you had any following seas, you have your door here. You do have, I know the dinghy's up, but there is a nice swim platform back here. And then over here, we have a ladder that goes up to the fly bridge, and we'll check that out next. And a nice door, and it does have a screen door with it as well to head into the salon. But let's head on up and take a look at the bridge. So I do want to point out there is a lot of room up here, really. And even the owner of this vessel said that you know, he had thought about putting a settee or a couch up here. Huge amount of room, so you could put additional seating. Does come with 3 chairs here, 1 for the captain and 2 additional. Let's take a closer look at the helm and all the instruments. So we'll start with the chart plotter. We have a GPS map 4208. We have a Raymarine Tri-Data. This is a readout for the auto helm, and then we have a Simrad auto helm controller. As we move over to the wheel, we have our normal engine readout instruments. We do have our windlass control remote here, so that we can just drop anchor without having to go down on the deck. This boat does have a bow thruster. And then we have our transmission here and our VHF radio. And with the VHF radio, I do want to point out it does have AIS. You can see that right there, AIS, and that does feed back to the chart plotter. So you can see other vessels that are out there. I just want you to look at this. It really has a really nice, large, commanding view here. If I'm looking at this canvas, really, really good condition. This boat is down in Cape Coral, Florida, and this canvas was not damaged by the storm. I believe the owner had taken it off. If he hadn't, it would have been torn to shreds. Just talking to another boater right next door here, and he said that the storm definitely shredded his canvas. So anyhow, let us get down below and we'll get down in the salon. Now, I know you want to head on in and see the salon, but I did want to open here on the back deck. I did want to open up this storage hatch and just show that there is a lot of storage in this vessel. So just wanted to point that out. And now we'll head in. As we're heading into the salon, I do want to point that there is a screen door here. I just kind of pulled it over real quick. And just look at this salon. Super wide, beamy, large amount of room. I know a couple years ago I did a Ranger tug, really nice boat, but the difference between that R25 and this Camano 31, just the beam inside so much larger. I do want to point out that this table drops. You can see this ledge all the way around. This drops down and actually makes into a bed. The cushions for it are actually strapped to the walls of the V-berth for storage so they stay out of the way, but this would make a large 2-person bed here. You could easily sit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people here. Just really nice large, or just a really nice large working area. Let's say you were working remote, anything like that. Just really nice large table. I like the fact that they've added these lips here so that your drinks don't necessarily slide off. You got something of the table if you get a little wave. A nice little TV over here. Got the galley down there. And we do have an inner helm. So let's take a look at that. So on this inner helm, it pretty much has everything as the upper helm. It just doesn't have the windlass control down here. Generally, you're going to be wanting to look and how you're anchoring and get that better view from up top anyhow. But you got another GPS map 4208. You have your Simrad autopilot and then the readout for that on this Raymarine. All of your other controls, and you do have your bow thruster control down here, and radio, and throttles, and transmission. It does have a stereo system in this boat. So I did move the captain's chair back, but right here at the inner helm, you do have your AC, DC control panel, all nice one area right here if you want access, but I did want to point that out. Now, before we head down to the galley, we are going to open up this engine bay and we are going to fire up the engine for you. The owner of the boat is here, and so he has nicely said that he would start up and fire up the engine. She also does have a generator. Currently, she has a water pump being replaced, and it was supposed to be done yesterday, but the mechanics called and said that they couldn't get out until later today. So we won't run the generator, but it's just a water pump thing, and so these boats do have generators as well. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, like I was talking about earlier, we're going to start this engine up for you. The owner is kindly going to fire it up, and we will start it up. Then we'll run up some engine RPMs just so you can see it operating, and then we'll shut it down. Here we go. So inching towards the galley, I do want to point out there is an air conditioning air vent. You have the control for the air conditioning right here. You have the Westerbeek generator control panel right here. And then we get to our galley. So for a tug, nice galley. I mean, plenty of room for one person to get in here. You're not really going to get, two people in or anything like that. Nice deep stainless steel sink. Another air conditioning vent right there. Got our microwave. We have a 2-burner gas stove. So that's nice. Plenty of cabinets for storage. Another really deep cabinet for storage here. And we have a refrigerator with an ice box. Actually, pretty good size and roomy. And I mean, it's deep. You got your ice box up there. Got your refrigerator here. As we move on from the galley, we do have the head here. We do have a large, relatively large hanging locker and storage locker. As you can see, it has a vacuum in here, little hanging shelves, hang your clothes here, but really deep, really nice. And then moving into the head. Really nice, large, wet head. Do want to point out that that works as a faucet for the sink, or you can pull that out and mount it up there, take a shower, and then it just drains down the drain when you take that shower. Plenty of room. Something really cool. I love these composting heads. This is a Nature's Head composting toilet. This boat still has the black water tanks on it. If somebody's like, no, I want to restore it, but I've had these on my boat. I had an airhead on one of my boats. I've used other composting. The owner of this vessel had an airhead on his other little Ranger tug before he sold it. And he's had this boat for quite a few years. But This nature head, what makes them really nice, if you have the room, it's really large. And I'm telling you right now, these things don't stink like black water tanks. You know, the liquid goes to there, solids go in the back, and it just composts down. These things are wonderful. And, you know, they're pretty spendy. So a really nice upgrade on this boat. And lastly, we have our V-berth. So really large V-berth. Honestly, once you put that cushion in here, there is a board that goes in there. You put this cushion in, you could almost fit 3 people across here with plenty of room and comfort. So really large, really roomy. You can see those cushions I was talking about earlier that go make up the bed back in the salon. But really large and roomy. And on the forward end of the V-berth, there is a door here that opens so that you have, and has a nice little flap here that kind of protects and can keep water out, but it goes to the chain locker. So you have really good access to the bottom of your windlass and to your chain locker. Really nice. And because this V-berth is so large, you're not cramped and kind of laying out. I mean, you can just easily get up into this. So I did want to point that out. Well, that's it for today's Boat Snoop episode of this 2003 Camano 31 Troll. I hope you liked this boat and us taking, snooping around on it. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more boats in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see when they come out even quicker, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you next time. Welcome to another episode of Boat Snoop. I'm your host, Clinton Johnson. What we guys have for cut. If everybody can see all the mistakes I make, that's the power of editing. I look like I'm awesome, but I'm not.